Bay with Good Morning Bay.
Get to know about the traffic on your way and what's news around the world today.
Some wisdom skills along the way.
Oh, and a song to hum along with and sway.
Get your perfect entertaining start to the day.
At 9 a.m. every weekday morning with
Mahima's
Good Morning Bay.
आप सभी लोग हमारी तरफ से एक प्यार भरा गुड मॉर्निंग
नमस्ते
नमस्कार
नमस्कारम
सुप्रभातम
अस्सलामुअलैकुम
सुप्रभात
हमारे सारे वंडरफुल गुजराती बंधुजनों के लिए जय स्वामीनारायण, जय श्री कृष्णा, जय जिनेंद्र।
मैडम का सारे फीजे बदले बदले ईसा बोला बलजान हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारा मैं से फालतू बाबाओ
एंड ऑफ कोर्स माय सेल्फ फालतू रानी लेकर आपके लिए एक और ड्राइव टाइम इन द मॉर्निंग दैट्स गोना मेक योर होपफुली योर ट्यूसडे टेरिफिक एंड मस्तानी बंधुजानी एंड वणक्कम एंड మీకు అందరికి వందనము as well बंधुजान all our Telugu bandhus as well.
Way to go and of course Bajar right now I know what you guys are waiting for. Spring aa gaya hai, people are springing into action on the roads Bajar. That's right, let's go check out what's happening with रास्ते का हाल जो हम लोग आपको देते हैं टोटल सस्ते में.
It's time for the Bandu traffic update. Call us from wherever you are at 408-912-2479.
Alright, Bajan, I kid you not, people are jumping back on traffic right now. People are getting back to work many places. I think didn't Biden actually achieve his 100 days already?
No,
Not yet, right? He's actually getting there.
Yeah,
100 days, 100 million, right?
Yeah.
He's almost there. He's getting it. Before his 100 days completes, he's going to complete his thing. Is like, a promise which he delivered. He is fulfilling, Banajana. His administration is fulfilling for him.
Right.
Now, speaking about what's happening, what's going to happen, repercussions are going to be that we're going to have traffic increasing, Banajana, because people are going to jump back on the roads, trying to get to their workplaces. In a way, it's good. In a way, it's bad. I hope it's good because they're going to get their livelihood back. And second thing, it's going to be bad because traffic is going to be congested. And you're going to have the drive time rush and everything happening, Banajana. Yes, so if at all you want to book your ads right now, it's the right time to call us and book it right away. So we'll give you the rates starting right now. These are not drive time rates for you guys, budget. So book it up for your coming up. A couple of months. It's gonna burst up into a higher price right now. Again, number to call you 408-912-2479 if you see any incidents. But I can see an accident injury. So 101 northbound entering at San Francis Drake Boulevard in Larkspur, Bajan. It is impacting traffic because in the junction actually is packed, so watch out for that. A disabled vehicle reported right now on 92 westbound east of Foster City Boulevard in Foster City. It's not impacting traffic, but it's on the right-hand side, so watch out for that. And then the highway advisory, as usual, on the bridges, Patajan, 92, and also, if I'm mistaken, yes, I was right. Actually, is highway advisory on 84 as well. Watch out for those particular instances. I'm sorry, Patajan. I think I need one more sip of my coffee. I'll go to that in just a few minutes. But उससे पहले आपको बोल दे कि that was all you have is traffic incidents report for you guys, which is accidents or whatever it is. Construction work happening in different places. Cone zone, please watch out. Drive very carefully. Now it is still the COVID situation, Manjan. We already have completed around 369 days of sheltering in place. You're saying, math is a little bit off right now. Well, no, actually it's not. I've been keeping track of it very diligently. 23, might be 3 days because we started counting our COVID situation only after the initiative started. So March 16th was the day Sarah Cody put us in sheltering in place. But we actually went into it 3 days afterwards. So we're running a little bit behind on that. But anyway, we're catching up pretty good. And right now, let me tell you, weather-wise, it's awesome outside. It's sunny and windy also. So watch out for that. Wind sheet or whatever you call it, you're going to wear it for sure. It's not going to rain. No rain today, no rain tomorrow, no rain the day after as well. But Jan, so it's going to be sunny and beautiful all through the weekend. Isn't that a good thing, Faltrani?
Yes. This weekend is our gratitude in the garden.
That's right, but if you want to know what else is news, let's go check it out, Faltrani. Come on, let's say what's news in the US and local news. Come on, let's do it.
Absolutely, Alta Baba. Do you want me to go into the news in detail itself?
Please go into the news in detail, Faltrani.
A 21-year-old man faces 10 counts of murder in connection with yesterday's mass shooting at a Colorado grocery store, but his motive still remains unclear, authorities said on Tuesday. The suspect, identified by police as Ahmad Al-Alivi Alisa of Arvado, Colorado, was in a stable condition after suffering a leg wound in exchange of gunfire with responding police officers at the King Soopers outlet in Boulder, about 28 miles northwest of Denver on Monday afternoon. The 10 victims, whose names were released at a Tuesday morning press conference, range in age from 20 years of age to 65 years of age and include Eric Talley, an 11-year veteran of the Boulder police force. Talley, who was 51, was the father of 7 children and had recently been looking for a less dangerous job, according to a statement released by his father. Police identified 9 other victims as Denny Strong, 20, Neven Stancic, 23, Ricky Oles, 25, Trelona Bakotwiak, 49, Suzanne Fountain, 59, Terry Liker, 51, Kevin Mahoney, 61, Lynn Murray, 62, and Jody Waters, 65. The bloodshed marked the country's second mass shooting in a week. The gunman went on a killing spree on March 16th in the Atlanta area, if you remember, fatally shooting about 8 people at 3 day spas before he was arrested. President Joe Biden is going to be making brief remarks on Tuesday. A shooting in Boulder, Colorado that killed these 10 people, the White House said. Biden, who will make remarks before leaving for the trip to Ohio, has been receiving regular updates on the situation and will continue to be briefed. He has also directed that all flags at the White House be flown at half staff today. For those of you, let's look up a little bit. Let's give you some good news in a way, especially after this pandemic, Punajan. The good news is that we have vaccine shots. Now, there is another sweet treat to incentivize you getting the vaccine shot. Known for their perfectly glazed sugary treats, Krispy Kremes.
Oh my God, are they the news right now?
Yes, they're saying that people have now another reason to appreciate this donut chain, Krispy Kreme. Starting Monday, anyone who shows a COVID-19 vaccination card will get a free Krispy Kreme glazed donut. I came straight to Krispy Kreme after I heard the news, said Tay Kim, who was 32 years old, who wasted no time in claiming a free donut in the Los Angeles suburb of Burbank after being vaccinated on Monday. So, Altababa,
Yes.
we have to go to Krispy Kreme because we both have vaccination.
Yes.
Right. So if you want to get more information, you can check out on mediamahima.com. Now, the U.S. Justice Department said on Monday that it is in settlement talks with California to resolve a 2019 lawsuit filed by the state after the Trump administration canceled a nearly $1 billion federal grant for a high-speed rail project hobbled by extensive delays. California's lawsuit claimed the U.S. Transportation Department lacked legal authority to withhold the $929 million grant that the Obama administration allocated nearly a decade ago but had remained untapped. The Justice Department and the California Attorney General's office said in a joint court filing that they have now engaged in initial settlement discussions and exchanged settlement correspondence and asked the case to be put on hold during talks to resolve the matter. A spokeswoman for California's High-Speed Rail Authority confirmed the talks. Speaking of California, Badajan, and vaccine shots, frustration is growing among the disabled community who became eligible as of March 15th for the COVID-19 vaccine and cannot find an open appointment in Santa Clara County. They are still not giving new appointments, and several other parts of the Bay Area, it's leading to anxiety, anger, and frustration for many. It's almost impossible to find a picture where Julie Savage is not smiling, even though the Sunnyvale mom suffers from limb girdle muscular dystrophy type 2 eye, which steals most of her muscles ability. So she's at risk. This 39-year-old mom says she was so excited when they announced that the disabled community was added to the list of priorities to be eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine. But all that she has been getting is that no new appointments are available. That notice. It's very frustrating. It feels kind of helpless. And I was searching down in Fresno and Southern California even for open appointments, and to Sacramento trying trying to figure out how far a radius I could drive and feel okay coming back. Now, at this point, I think, Alto Baba, we should make an announcement regarding the site that we're looking for in Alameda County. Should we mention that?
Go ahead, Falguni.
Well, Bandijan, Pragnya as an organization, Alto and myself are very integrally involved in that particular organization. It works with the developmentally disabled community. We have an opportunity to host a vaccine clinic, but it is through the Alameda County Department of Public Health. So if you are in Alameda County, if you are a Fremont resident, or a resident in Union City or anywhere in Alameda County, please get it. And you have an office or you have a location where at least 30 people can be accommodated, meaning can drive by, or if there's a bigger parking lot, or if you know of a business there, please get in touch with us. We can arrange for a mobile clinic to be brought to your location so that the community can be served, the local community. So please do get in touch with us. How do you get in touch with us? You go to bandhu@mediamahima.com. Send us an email on bandhu@mediamahima.com. That's BANDHU@mediamahima.com, or you can send an email to info@pragnya.org. info@pragnya.org. That's another thing that you can do for if you have a location where we can arrange a mobile vaccination clinic. Also, while we're talking about people getting frustrated here in Santa Clara County with grocers like Safeway and others offering shots in their pharmacies, there are thousands of COVID-19 vaccination sites in neighborhoods across the United States and hundreds in the Bay Area. I think it's awesome, said Christina of San Jose. It'll be easy for a lot of people to get the vaccine. And with clinical trials of the new AstraZeneca, another vaccine option could also be just a few weeks away, pending FDA approval. This vaccine looks great, said Dr. Monica Gandhi of UCSF. 79% efficacy, 80% across older people, and complete efficacy against severe disease. They all protect against the scariest thing about COVID-19, which is severe disease. So some people say they prefer Pfizer, some people say Johnson & Johnson one dose because it's just one shot and then a booster down the road and no booster down the road. So there are people trying to pick and choose now with regard to vaccines, right, Altu?
That's true.
And finally, in the local news, Manajan, a pair of suspects in 3 separate attacks on senior Asians in Oakland and San Francisco are due to appear in court today. Chaunt Bailey, 26, was scheduled to appear in Alameda County Superior Court in Dublin, accused of assaulting and robbing 75-year-old Park Ho as Ho took his regular walk through his Adams Point neighborhood the morning of March 9th. During the robbery, apparently Bailey shoved Ho to the ground and he hit his head on the pavement and died 2 days later. In San Francisco, no bail has been set for Stephen Jenkins, a homeless man accused of beating up 2 Asian seniors, 75 and 83 years of age, in separate attacks minutes apart on March 17th in the area of 7th and Market Streets. So you can get more information about all of this on mediamahima.com. Those were the news in detail from the United States and across the Bay Area.
All right, Banjan, a quick look at the Gane Akida and come back with what's happening with the verb. Banjan, aapke liye lekhin abhi ke this is a song which I picked up for you guys from the movie, award-winning movie, I should say, Chichore, right?
Yeah.
It won some awards and everything, but just baat karenge. Lekin this music by Preetham and lyrics by Amitabh Bhattacharya, sung by many. Nakash Aziz, Dev Negi, Amit Mishra, Amitabh Bhattacharya, Sri Ram Chandra, and Antara Mitra.
मरने से पहले मर जाएगा सुन
बंजरान फिकर नॉट ये गाना भी फिर से बजेगा आप लोगों के लिए लेकिन उससे पहले what we going to do Banjaran go take a look at what's happening with the world. So Faltani, what's the world news for us today? आज बताओ क्या है world news?
Well, in a Reuters exclusive, Bandijan, Pakistan is going to be receiving its first purchase of over 1 million doses of Chinese Sinopharm and CanSino COVID-19 vaccines by the end of March, the minister in charge of pandemic operations told Reuters on Tuesday. This will be the first consignment of COVID-19 vaccines the Pakistani government has purchased from any manufacturer for its 220 million people.
Did they purchase it or was it given to them?
They've purchased it.
Really?
Yeah. Pakistan has previously relied
They've
on
bought
donations.
it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Donations and on allocations from WHO-backed COVAX scheme for poorer nations. We have purchased 1,060,000 doses of Sinopharm and CanSino vaccines, Asad Umar said. We will be receiving the consignment before the end of March. So it's really... Anyway, I don't want to make comments right now as to how they are...
By not being a comment, you already made a loud comment, Fatma.
I made a very loud comment, yes. But anyways, let's go on over and talk about Israel. Israel began voting in their fourth election in 2 years. On Tuesday, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu hopes the country's world-leading coronavirus vaccine rollout will finally push him through an era of unprecedented political paralysis and into a stable majority. But Netanyahu, the dominant politician of his generation, is a polarizing figure in Israel. And for the first time, challengers from across the political spectrum are vying to end the long reign of, quote, King Bibi. That's what he's called, unquote. The same as the last three, plus coronavirus, is what this election is about. Netanyahu is 71 and he's running under the cloud of corruption allegations, which he denies. His trial on charges of bribery, fraud, and breach of trust have already begun and are expected to resume in April.
He's using umbrella of denial, Barajan.
Yeah.
Under the cloud of, nice, interesting, Fatma.
Yeah.
Nice allegory.
Yes.
Of the cloud with corruption.
Yes. So, in India, but just well, I'm not going to say speaking of corruption because it's rampant in India.
What? Really? No way.
Yes, we'll talk about that shortly, that Sachin Vaze case and all that. But
100 crores?
Yeah, that 100 crore case. But before that, let me tell you that the government of India said on Tuesday that all those above the age of 45 can now receive the coronavirus vaccine starting April 1st. So far, besides healthcare and frontline workers, only those above 60 and those over 45 with specific comorbid conditions were eligible for the vaccine jabs. The government's decision to expand the vaccination drive comes at a time when India is witnessing a huge resurgence in coronavirus infections. And what is this resurgence? What are the rates? Well, Maharashtra has recorded 28,699 new cases, Banajan.
Wow.
Remember, 2 days ago I shared that it was 25,000. And now 132 deaths in the last 24 hours. The doubling time of COVID-19 cases in India has decreased, though, from 504.4 days in March to 202.3 days on March 23rd. The Health Ministry said on Tuesday, highlighting that 6 states are the only ones that have reported a surge in daily new cases and together account for 80.9% of the new infections reported in a day. So, in terms of the COVID, that's why they're saying now they're going to expand the COVID vaccine to anybody 45 and older.
Good, they have stock then. They have the vaccine, of course.
Yeah.
India is one of the leading manufacturers of vaccine. I don't know if you know about this.
Yes, we are.
Many of the other companies actually use India's infrastructure to manufacture the vaccine.
Correct.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest mysteries is that India, even though we have the highest population, how do we have the lowest fatality rate? Well, scientists are now explaining why. Apparently, the common cold actually has saved, that virus has saved lives in India.
Of course, everybody is pretty much common man.
Yeah, there has been an explanation for how there is such a low fatality rate and such a high recovery rate that has been posited in a study carried out by scientists of National Institute of Immunology and AIIMS, who published in Frontiers in Immunology, a top-rated medical journal. And they say that 66% of blood and plasma samples collected in pre-COVID times from individuals with no history of exposure to the virus had high frequency of CD4 plus T cells that actually robustly responded to the non-spike domain of the SARS-CoV-2 virus.
So basically, Banja, what they're trying to say is our ancestors are supposed to be thanked, not us. Our lifestyle is so bad that we fell sick.
Yeah.
If our ancestors had gotten the COVID, it would just gotten washed off like that way.
Yeah.
I think the other thing what happened is people...
It's also eating that puchka and all that
No,
stuff.
puchka. People in India, they actually spit up the smell, phlegm and everything, right? Here, they don't do it.
Oh God, he just gave me such a horrible image to look. But either ways, Bandijan, let me also tell you that in the Mumbai case, Sachin Vaze, who has been accused in the alleged murder of that Mansukh Hiran, the guy who was found dead, the owner of that van which had the explosives outside Mukesh Ambani's house, well, they're saying that there is evidence that they have found the Maharashtra Anti-Terrorism Squad named that Sachin Vaze is the prime accused now in the alleged murder of this businessman Mansukh Hiran.
But Mansukh Hiran was the person who planned to plant the bomb there.
Yeah, yeah.
But what happened? He
was murdered apparently, and the murder was done by Sachin Vaze.
So interesting. Now it seems like as Sachin Vaze should be worshipped as a hero because he protected the Ambanis, right?
Well, what caused that whole thing? Why Ambani was targeted? All that is like a movie in the making. We'll bring you those up.
Ram is on the site right now.
Yes.
To collect information on that.
Exactly.
He probably will cast Ranveer Singh's favorite. Who's favorite right now?
Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Oh, Vivek Oberoi is his favorite.
Altu Baba, it does not matter who is the favorite. Ram Gopal Verma has to completely stop making movies because he has to. Anyway, that is what we had for you from news from India and across the world as well. Banjan, if you want to catch up on more of this, you can go to mediamahima.com or you can follow us on YouTube. Our channel is Radio Day Hotties. Have yourselves a terrific Tuesday. We'll see you tonight live at 5 on the Pam Pam Show. Bye-bye.